Hello friends, welcome back to lmsdaily.com, and in this episode we will discuss about the complete installation of Moodle LMS on your Windows computer. I will be using the Wamp as the local web host server, and we will be installing the Moodle 4.3 version in today's episode. We will go through each step one by one, and then we will also address the problems which you will be facing while installing the Moodle LMS on your Windows computer. So we will discuss all the problems which you might face during the installation process. So stay tuned until the end of this video. So first of all, we will be first downloading the Wamp server. So I will be just going to the Wamp server website here, and here you will see the installer's Wamp version's full version. So here you have either the 64-bit version or the 32-bit version. So I will be installing this 64-bit version for this, and I will be just downloading it again. So it will be taking a couple of minutes to download. Please wait until then. Okay, so now it is downloaded. So let me click open, and then I will be installing this first before we will be proceeding with the Moodle download and installation. So I will be choosing the English language and then accept the agreement, click next. Now here you need to make sure that you are having some Visual C++ packages which are mentioned on this page, which is on the website of Wamp server. So here if you scroll down a bit, you will see the Visual C++ redistributable packages. So here you need to download these all the packages and install on your computer before proceeding this install in the Wamp server. Now let me click next, and I have already installed all these before this demo starts. So you can see that I do not have any warning, but if you proceed without installing all these packages, then you will not be able to proceed here. So you need to download all these packages and install them on your computer. So let me give the folder name as Wamp new. Let me just click next here. It will again take some time, so I will be just pausing this video for the moment. Okay, so now it is asking me that the default browser is Edge, so I would like to change it to Firefox. So let me go back here, and maybe on program 86 program files and Mozilla Firefox and Firefox. Okay, and then it is asking that Notepad will be the default text editor, so it's okay. I would like to choose the Notepad++ instead of Notepad, which is coming by default in the Windows. So I will be choosing this Notepad++ here, and now it will proceed with the installation. So here you can see some information about how you can work with this Wamp server. So if you are using it for the first time, then you should go through it and then click finish to complete the installation process. So now we have the Wamp server installed on our computer. Now let me first start the Wamp application. To verify that all the services are running perfectly. You will be seeing some command windows which which you can see just previously. So don't worry about that. It is the Wamp server running all the services. So now you can see that all the services have started. So all the services are running. You can also check the status in your toolbar window here. If this icon for the Wamp is green, it means that all the services are running properly. If it is orange or it is red, then it means that there is some error with some services. Now we have installed the Wamp server and we have started all the services. Now let me check if everything is working fine here. So I am visiting the localhost page and you can see that now I am running Wamp server, which is consisting of Apache 2.4, MySQL, MariaDB and PHP 5.7 and 8. So these are configurable parameters which we can set up in the Wamp settings here. But now for this time being, let me first download the Moodle 4.3 version. And click download Moodle 4.3. And I will be downloading this package instead of the 3.3 plus. So now we have downloaded. So let me extract this compressed file to the www directory of Wamp. I will just show you the Wamp directory structure here. So you can see that we have Wamp new as this folder. I have earlier installed Wamp, but there is some corruption in my Windows, so this is not working anymore. So I am just trying to do everything from scratch once again. So this is the new Wamp server which we have just installed. So let me go to this folder, and under the www directory you will be hosting all the localhost websites. So here I will be just creating first folder, and let me give it a name as Moodle 4.3. That's it. And I will be extracting the files to this folder. So let me copy the address here and click open, and I will be going into the Moodle folder and extracting all the files to the folder which I just created as Moodle 4.3. So I will just clicking on OK, and you can see the files are populating in the background on this in this folder. It will take a couple of minutes to extract all the files to the folder. So now all the files are extracted to our folder. Now we need the three different things to install Moodle. First one is the Moodle code, which we have extracted to this www/moodle43 directory. The second thing is we need a data folder. So let me create a data folder outside the www directory here, and I will be giving it a name as Moodle data, but you can give it another name. If you would like to make it more secure, you can give it another name. For this demo, I will be using Moodle data. The third thing which we need is a database. So now let me go back to my browser here, and I will be opening the localhost and then PHP myadmin. So I will be creating a database for my Moodle installation first before I can trigger the installation. Now here you need to log in, and the default username is root, and there is no password. So just click either you want to log in as a MySQL or a MariaDB server. So let me check with MariaDB here and click login. Now we are logged into our PHP myadmin, and you can notice that this MariaDB server is running at a port 3307. Now let me click on new and give the database name here. So let me give as Moodle 4.3, and this has to go to UTF-MB4 Unicode CI, and click create. So now we have created our Moodle database named as Moodle 4.3. Now I have not yet configured or changed any parameters for the Wamp. So let me just try installing Moodle directly and see what errors we can see here. Now we have entered localhost/Moodle 4.3 and click enter. Now you can see that we have got this page for Moodle installation. So let us click next here, and it is asking for the Moodle data directory here, so which is correct, and then click next. And here you can choose the database type. So we have created a database in MariaDB, so let me choose MariaDB here and click next. So here the database host is localhost and the database name is Moodle 43, and the database user I am giving the root user with the full privilege. And here let me, without entering the database port, let me click next here and see if it is able to connect. I think it is able to connect. Yes. So now there is the license agreement for Moodle. Then just click continue. And now you can see that we have 2 errors on the top and 3 errors on the bottom, and we cannot proceed with the installation until we address all these options here. Okay, the first one is the Moodle database error, that version 10.6.7 is required and you are running 8.2.0. The second one is about the PHP extension Sodium must be installed and enabled. So first I will address the second point here. I will go to the Wamp server, do the left click and go to the PHP, then go to the PHP extensions, and here you can see all the extensions which are enabled with a right tick and which are disabled are without any tick. So let me click Sodium and then it will take a couple of seconds and it will restart all the services. So now everything is up and running again. So let me click reload to see if at least this error is now no more. Okay, so now you can see that there is no error for the Sodium extension. Now we have 3 errors here and the 1 error on the top. So let us address the first point here. Version 10.6.7 is required and you are running 8.2.0. So let me click again on Wamp server, and here let me check with the PHP version. So here we can run up to 8.3, and if I will go to the PHP my admin, there is nothing which I can do. For the MariaDB, yes, we have some options here. So here you can choose the version 11.2.2, which is already selected one. But why it is showing 8.2.0? Maybe it is taking the data from PHP settings 8.2.0, or it is taking from MySQL 8.2.0. Okay, so it is taking the version of MySQL 8.2.0 as you can see on the screen. So here we need to change the Wamp settings so that it will be using MariaDB instead of MySQL. So here we need to figure out if we can disable the how to disable MySQL here. Okay, so I got it now. So we have to go to Wamp icon and then do a right click here, and under the Wamp settings you will see that we have both allow MySQL as well as MariaDB as installed or enabled. So let me just disable MySQL here and let me see if it will start everything else again and how it goes. Now we have everything back up running. So let me click again a reload here and see if that error goes away now. Okay, so we are having this error is database connection failed. Now I have to go back again to the PHP my admin and see if I can access this. So here I will be entering root and giving the password as blank and click login. Okay, so now again we are running this at 3307. So what I need to do is I need to change the port for this from 3307 to 3306. Now here I will be going to MariaDB and let me check test port 3306. Okay, so there is nothing. So I need to change the uh, port number in the Moodle configuration file here. So let me try again. Okay, so now we are getting error. So there is no option to go to the database connection. So what I will be doing is I will be just clearing my www and then Moodle 43 and then deleting this config file which we have just created while performing the installation. So I will be just deleting this, and now I will be just going back again to Moodle 43 and click enter. So what it means is that all the configuration options which we have entered till now are deleted, and now Moodle will again install from scratch and it will create a new config.php file here. So again we are back to the first installation page. Let me go next. Again this is good, next, and here I will be choosing MariaDB again and click next. But here this time I need to give the port name as 3307 and I will be giving the Moodle database as Moodle 43, same thing, root, same thing, without password, and then click next here. Okay, so now again we are able to connect with the database. So click continue. Now you can see that we do not have that error on the top, but still there is one error left, which is the max input vars. So it recommends that this shall be at least 5000. Now if we have to address this check before we can proceed with the installation, so we have to go to Wamp server again and do a left click, and here you need to go to the PHP and then the php.ini. so this is the file where we will get this max input vars variable. So this is the file which is opened in my Notepad++ editor, and I will be just copying this information and doing a search here. So here you can see that as of now this is set as 2500. So let us make it as 5000, which is the minimum recommended value. Now just click close for the search and click save for this php.ini. Now I will be going back here and seeing if it shows now, but I am pretty sure that it will not reflect, as you can see here, because for every change in the php.ini we need to restart the Wamp services. So let me click restart all services. So you can see that it turned red, then orange, and now it will turn slowly into green. So now you can see that all the services are running. Click reload again, and now you can see that everything has been addressed apart from this HTTP address, which is a kind of a optional issue which we can fix on the production websites, but since I'm hosting this on a local host, so it will not affect me for this site security. So you can see the message that your server environment meets all the minimum requirements. So we have addressed all the issues before installing Moodle, and now we can proceed with the installation. So let us click continue here. So it will take a couple of minutes to install. You can see that as of now it is installing the system, and then it will start installing the different plugins one by one. So it is it's a kind of a slightly lengthy time taking process, so please stay tuned, and then we will configure the final Moodle site parameters such as the admin profile as well as the Moodle site settings. So you can see that it is still installing a lot of things. We are pretty close to the finalization, so just wait for another minute. Okay, so we are almost done. Yes, as you can see now there is a continue button, so just click continue here. And on this page, first you need to enter the credentials for your site main admin account. You need to be extra careful with this account because this is the one person who can access everything on your Moodle site. You can create more admin accounts later on, but first you need to make sure that you do not forget the password for this admin account. So I will be just using the same username as admin, but I will not recommend it to you that you will be using the same admin username as the main admin. You can choose your own admin username here, and then you can set a password here. I have a default password, so I will be just using this one. And here you can enter the details like admin user and give your email address here. And then I will be copying this email address because it will be required for other things afterwards. So let me click update profile. I'm just finishing with the bare minimum required fields, but you can populate other information also as well. Now we need to enter the full site name here, so let me click Moodle 4.3, and then here also I will be mentioning the same thing, but you can change the different short name, which is a kind of a single word. So if you are having a long site name for your school or college or institution, then you can use a short site name here so that it will be appearing easy in the breadcrumb trail. Then you can put a site home summary here. You can choose the default location settings here. I am just keeping everything as default so that I can change it afterwards. And here you need to mention the support email and the no reply address. These two are mandatory fields. So let me click save changes now. And we are done with our Moodle installation. So you can see the first user tour for the admin account. So just click got it. And now you can see that we have installed the Moodle 4.3 on our Windows computer. If you have faced any problem while installing or following the same process which I have shown you right now, please feel free to comment in the comments section below, and I will be happy to address all your queries. Thank you very much for staying tuned till now. Have a great day. Bye bye.